After their battle with Chrona, Sarah, Jack, and Emily had returned to their regular lives, or as regular as they could be, knowing they had saved all of history. The treehouse, now a timeless sanctuary, still stood in their backyard, quietly awaiting their next adventure. Weeks passed and life seemed peaceful. But one night, Sarah woke up from a vivid dream. In it, she saw a world unlike any they had visited. A future not of flying cars or robotic cities, but a future in ruins, where technology and society had collapsed. There were no towering skyscrapers, no advanced civilizations, only remnants of what once was. The dream felt so real, she could almost feel the dry wind blowing through the deserted streets. The next morning, she rushed to meet Jack and Emily at the treehouse. "Something's wrong," Sarah said, her voice filled with urgency. "I think I saw the future. But it wasn't like any future we've seen before. It was broken." Jack frowned. "Do you think it's just a dream? Or is it something more?" "I don't know," Sarah admitted. "But I think we need to check it out." The trio climbed into the treehouse, and as they approached the time-traveling contraption, it hummed to life. The glowing buttons and levers seemed to be calling them, as if the treehouse itself knew that something was amiss. "We should set the coordinates for the far future," Emily suggested. "If something's wrong with time, maybe that's where we'll find answers." With a few quick adjustments, the treehouse began to shift, lights flashing around them as they were propelled forward in time. When the swirling colors stopped, they found themselves in the future Sarah had described. Only it wasn't just a dream. The landscape was desolate. Skyscrapers lay in ruins, overtaken by wild, untamed nature. Machines that once flew through the sky were now rusting heaps on the ground. The trio stepped out of the treehouse and felt the eerie silence. "Where is everyone?" Jack asked, looking around. What could have caused this? As they ventured deeper into the ruins, they found strange markings on the walls of what used to be a bustling city. Symbols they didn't recognize, but that seemed to hold some importance. They also noticed that certain areas were being patrolled by mysterious drones, advanced technology that had survived whatever catastrophe had occurred. "This doesn't make sense," Emily said. "How could humanity advance so far and then fall apart like this?" It wasn't long before they found someone, a lone figure in tattered clothes, watching them from the shadows. When they approached, the figure hesitated, but eventually spoke. His name was Loren, and he was one of the last survivors of this future. Loren explained that centuries ago, a catastrophic event called the Great Collapse had torn apart society. Technology became uncontrollable, and the systems humans had relied on for so long turned against them. "The collapse wasn't natural," Loren said. "It was caused by something or someone tampering with the fabric of time. I've heard stories passed down through generations that our world was once bright and full of hope, but someone meddled with history and destroyed our future." Sarah, Jack, and Emily exchanged uneasy glances. Could this be another consequence of Chrona's actions? Or was there someone else still out there manipulating time? "We need to figure out how this happened," Sarah said. "Maybe we can undo the damage." With Lauren's help, the trio discovered an ancient time nexus hidden deep underground. This nexus had once been used to monitor and control the flow of time, but now it lay dormant, its power drained. The only clue they found was an inscription, warning of a group called the Timebreakers. "The Timebreakers must be behind the Great Collapse," Jack said, piecing it together. "They've been altering events in the past, creating a future where everything falls apart." "But how do we stop them?" Emily asked. "We don't even know where or when they are."